Welcome back, folks, to some more Shannara! A large mace has been mounted onto an even larger plaque on the wall. The plaque has some writing on it. You work the mace loose from its binding. Bow, present the great mace to Brindle.
I shall inform the king that you have taken the mace.
He already knows we need it.
Then I shall reassure him that you now have it.
Good for you, Dick Licker. And I shall reassure myself that I have it. Brindle's, formerly Hendel's mace, is a huge spiked metal ball mounted on a stout wooden handle. Boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka.
Good wine here, good for cooking. Valinor won't miss it.
All right, help yourself. We're gonna place the incense on the floor here. Parchment and the mace. Burn. Setting fire to the pact won't solve any of your problems. Parchment is a dark pact between Stenman and Brona, wherein Stenman promises his soul to the Warlock Lord of Darkness. Even reading it makes your skin crawl. What else do I need to do? There we go. The pungent odor of the incense summoning stings your nostrils. As you wave the smoke into the air, it suddenly feels darker and much colder in the wine cellar. You begin to read aloud the words from the Book of Magic. The dark signature on the pack seems to writhe like a trapped serpent. Your voice sounds distorted in your ears.
By the blood of thy blood I summon thee.
Continue to read as you feel the magic flow through you, and such reaches tendrils down toward the great mace. Again your voice is altered as you speak aloud the words of the spell.
By the weapon of thy death I summon thee.
Your head throbs as the magic resonates through your veins. You see the words on the page vanish as you
By the power of thy name, Stenman, and the power of my will, I summon thee.
The words have disappeared, but you know the final line without reading it.
Stenman, I summon thee.
Holy shit, Grandpa!
I am Stenman, mystic and follower of the Warlock Lord. By my blood, by my death, by my name, I have been drawn from the grave. Why have you summoned me?
Tell us of Brona.
Brona is the master. He will destroy all living things and rule all the dead. You too will one day serve the master. You have only to die.
There's the magical barrier around the Sword of Shannara.
It is a force that draws the dead forth from the grave and prevents the living from reaching the Sword of Shannara.
How can we destroy the barrier?
You will not.
Do you know how to destroy this barrier?
I know much more than I will ever tell.
Tell us how to destroy the banner!
I serve only the master. The Warlock Lord will rule the world.
By the power of the book, I command you to obey.
Only Brona can command me, never you, Jack Ormsford. You are a fool to think otherwise.
You pull out the book. It opens directly to the page marked Soul-Shattering Ritual.
You're going to use that spell? Won't that destroy Stenman utterly?
The words seem to pulse in your mind, and you begin the ritual.
No. You cannot use that spell. Only a master of magic can use that spell.
The words seem to speak themselves as you read.
Creature of the dead, hear my words.
No. No, do not. You must not.
You feel the power flow through you, filling you with the magic of the spell.
Creature of the dead, I am your destroyer. I am the reaver of your soul.
No. No. I will obey. I will do whatever you want. Don't cast that spell. Do not shatter my soul.
I'll shatter your damn soul, old man! You feel the words of the spell driving you on.
Creature of the dead, all that you are, all that you were, will be no more.
Stop him. You must stop him. Only I can help you. I will help you.
Jack Stenman will help us now. Don't continue the spell.
You are a part of the magic of the spell, and your magic is your essence. You continue.
Creature of the dead, I will annihilate you for all eternity.
No. Stop him. Stop him. Ah!
Jack, stop it. Stop reading the spell.
The words of the spell course through your veins like blood. You are pure magic.
Creature of the dead, I now shatter.
You feel a wrenching agony as Brendel wrenches the book from your hands and throws it to the
Jack!
floor.
Jack, are you all right? Jack, look at me.
You shudder with pain as the magic drains from you.
Jack, can you hear me? Will you be all right?
That's right, you punk-ass ghost. You will obey my command.
Yes, master. I shall do as you say.
How can we defeat the Verona?
You cannot. By the act of summoning me, you have damned your souls to undeath. When you die, you will be Brona's, and he will eat your souls.
He'll swallow my soul? How do we destroy the magical barrier around the vault of the Sword of Shannara? Tell me, old fool!
There is a formula that will disrupt the flow of the power. If you pour an elixir upon the field and chant the words, "Force of magic be thee gone" 3 times, the barrier will disperse. This is the formula of the spell of disruption. That which feeds upon the living, that which drives away the dead, that which died when first it blossomed, within one good gone bad.
Will this spell of disruption completely destroy the magical barrier?
The spell will destroy the barrier and rid Tirsus of the undead.
It fucking better.
Ghost or no ghost, I'm taking Hendel's mace.
Fear me, dwarf. I will avenge my death upon you.
Be careful, Brindle.
Got it. No problem.
Jack, that tree looks awfully dangerous to climb.
You're too heavy.
You start to climb and feel the tree sway ominously under your weight. You prudently decide not to go any further.
You're just too big for that old tree, Jack. I'm lighter than you are. Let me try it. If this tree falls, you owe me. Remember that, Jack.
I'll give you some pokey poke. The tree leans far over the cliff. Shella makes her way along the branch. She snatches the clump of mistletoe and then climbs back to the main trunk and jumps down.
There, I got it. Now all you owe me is a kiss.
Works for me. You open the small chest, breathe the aromatic odor of the spicy potpourri, and close it again. The chest contains some dried rose petals that are mixed in with the cinnamon and their aromatic herbs. Alright, so we got rose petals and we have mistletoe.
Oh, that's it! You figured out part of the magical formula.
And of course we need some leaves. You always need leaves for a formula. Duh! You crumble the leaves and mix it into the vinegar in the bottom. You crumble up the mistletoe and mix it into the vinegar in the bottom. You carefully pick the rose petals out of the potpourri and crumble them into the vinegar mixture. Despite all it's been through, the old bottle doesn't smell like much. The heat of the magical barrier is too intense to approach closer, so you throw the potion onto it. The flames blaze higher and you feel the magic flowing outward. Your voice changes as you chant the words of the spell.
Force of magic, be thee gone.
Waves of power and heat swell over you, and breathing is torture in this fiery furnace of magic. You struggle to speak through your pain.
Force of magic, be thee gone.
The flames of magic surround you and your lungs burn as you inhale the fire. You are at the heart of the inferno, and darkness threatens to overcome you. With your last ounce of will, you speak the final words of your spell.
Force of magic, be thee gone.
That's it! Jack, you did it!
The pain of the magic overwhelms you and you find yourself losing consciousness. The blackness starts to recede and you can breathe once more.
Are you okay? Stay here and rest. I'll get Balinor. He can open the vault.
Brindle helps you sit down and recover from the effects of the spell. You look up to see King Balinor. To your shock, Eleanor is standing beside him.
Jack, you have endangered yourself and your friends by summoning the Shade of Stenman. Brona has power over the dead, and by your use of necromancy, you have given him power over you. If you die while Brona still exists, you will all become ghosts. You did what must be done. Not even I knew the spell to destroy the barrier. Nonetheless, the price is far too high.
Then we'll have to get rid of Brona. Or not die for a while. I kind of prefer both.
Brendel, you speak bravely, but the task before you is harder than you know. Behold, the Sword of Shannara.
Looks broken to me.
The sword is broken!
Yes, Brona was determined that the Sword of Shannara would never harm him again.
But without the sword, how can we ever hope to defeat the Warlock Lord?
The Sword of Shannara must be reforged.
Take some powerful magic to do that.
It will take magic from all of the four lands and all of the races of this world. From Arborlon in the west, you must find elf stones and an elf who can use them. From the north, you must find a troll who has the right to bear the black iris. From the east, you must seek the dwarven hammer of power and a dwarf who is willing to risk the wrath of the Warlock Lord. Finally, from the south, you must find a gnome who wields the magic torque. All four must accompany you to the Hadeshorn, where the shade of the Archdruid Bremen will use the magic of all these items to reforge the Sword of Shannara.
But, Alanon, no one could find all those things or make the races work together.
Jack can.
He's already got his dwarf.
He's got me to protect him.
Jack Omsford, you are now the bearer of the Sword of Shannara. Do you accept this task, impossible though it might be?
You step forward, take the broken pieces of the Sword of Shannara, and accept your destiny.
Very well, Jack Omsford. Now journey with your companions to Arborlon. Seek the elf stones and the elf who can use them. King Eventine Elecidil will aid you. I return to the Hadeshorn to do what I can to prevent Brona from gaining more power over you. Good luck, all of you.
I must stay and rebuild Tircis. However, Jack, were I not now king, I too would be at your side. May fortune favor you all. The fate of the world is yours to bear.
After one night of blissful peace, Brendel, Shella, and you leave Tircis in the gloomy gray before dawn to begin your journey to Arborlon.
We should take the road back south until we come to a road leading to Kern where we can spend the night before going on to Arborlon.
Road's been cleared.
Yes, Balinor sent some troops against the monsters we met coming up. We should be safe if we stay near the roads. There's the ferry. At least we know Balinor's men made sure this ferry doesn't have any monsters waiting for us.
Guards greet you as you approach the ferry. You are soon transported to the other side of Myrmidon River to continue on your way to Arborlon.
I really don't feel like swimming now. Let's get going.
Can't swim anyway.
Jack.
Oh, shut your whining.
We're almost to the ferry that goes to the island city of Kern.
Wasn't that city destroyed by Barona's voices in the last war?
Yes. If my father hadn't warned the city about the approaching army, many people would have died. They've built the city back up, but you can still see areas that were burned to the ground.
So your mother, Cheryl Ravenlock, came from Kern?
She lived here before she married father. I visited here with her once. The city's surrounded by the Myrmidon River.
Why are we going to Kern?
It's on the way to Arborlon, and we can eat a real meal there, instead of trail rations.
You are across the ferry to the island city of Kern. You spend the night as your guest in the city. The bed is soft and warm and you drift off to sleep. Your slumber, however, is marred by a strange dream. I am Skeletor.
Forgive me, Master, for not destroying Jack Omsford. I knew only that I needed to return to you, and I could not keep you waiting. this mortal creature seeks to restore the Sword of Shannara. He must be destroyed.
But you destroyed the Sword of Shannara. How could it be restored?
Accursed Alanon and my arch-foe Bremen will use the magic of others to reforge it. This must not happen!
But how do we stop this?
You will go to the north and make certain that the trolls and the elves go to war. Such ancient foes will never ally with one another, and thus the Sword of Shannara will never be reforged.
What of Ormsford?
Shifter, I will give you a new shape. Use it to slay Ormsford and his followers.
I will obey.
You awaken suddenly to the sound of someone knocking on the door of your room. The dream fades from your memory as you get ready to continue your journey. You and your companions take the ferry away from the island city and make your way toward Arborlon.
According to the map in Tircis, Arborlon is to the northwest. We need to take another ferry across the Myrmidon to get there.
Doo-ba-doo-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-doo, wop shoo-ba-doo-booty-boo. Watch out, monsters, 'cause here I come. Don't make me cut off your fucking head. You reach the northern ferry and cross the Myrmidon River once more. Gonna stick my sword in your booty hole if you get near me. It's quite quiet. Ooh, there's some monsters. I'm gonna save and kick the shit out of them. I don't give a fuck. Bring it. Yeah, you got fucked up. You got fucked up, lizard man.
Welcome, strangers, to Arborlon. What brings you to the Elven lands?
We need to speak with King Eventide.
The king is away. You will need to speak with Prince Arian. Follow the path, and you will come to the manor of the Elven rulers.
Where are the gates of Arborlon?
There are no walls around this part of Arborlon. The forest protects us.
Are you the only god?
No, my curious friend. You have already passed many gods. You were not enemies, so you passed without challenge.
We didn't see any guards.
You were not supposed to see them.
I'm Jack Ormsford. This is Princess Shayla and Brenda.
I am Lessa, god of Arborlon and a warrior of Prince Arian. You may all pass freely through the elf lands.
A diamond-shaped indentation has been carved out of a large stone. You can barely make out traces of ancient runic carvings on the stone surface. And the hot elven warrior in the treetops. You sense an ancient earthborn magic from this stone. You feel as if it's here on purpose and waiting for something to happen. Like me using something on it later in the game. That's a very good possibility.
That must be the royal manor up ahead.
It must be. Alright, let's see here. Trying to get the music and voice and all that nice and even. Let's fill this pot that Brindle has with some clay. Fill Brindle's cooking pot with a large lump of wet clay.
You better clean that out when you're done with it.
You are politely greeted by servants who make you comfortable while you await an audience with Prince of Arborlon. After a while, you are led to a rather cluttered office.
Good day, travelers. I am Davio, advisor of Arborlon. Welcome to the Elflands.
I am Princess Shella of Lee. This is Jack Ohmsford, and this is Brendel.
Welcome to all of you. How may I help you?
We need to speak with the Prince of Arion.
Prince Arion is very busy right now. May I be of service to you?
Yes, we need to speak with the Prince Arion. The Warlock Lord Brona has returned.
That is grave news indeed. I shall send a messenger to King Eventide forthwith.
Where is King Eventide?
He is leading the army of Arborlon to Strelaheim Plains to rescue his son Ain from the trolls.
What should we do now?
I will inform Prince Arion again that you desire an audience with him. In the meantime, you are guests of Arborlon. Go where you like and see the beauty of the Elvish lands.
We are seeking elf stones.
Elf stones? My, your task is not an easy one.
What do you mean by that?
You are fortunate that I am a scholar and historian. Elf stones and magic are two areas of my studies. Jack Ohmsford, was it not your father who held the last known set of blue elf stones?
What do you mean, last known?
Elf stones are extremely rare. If the bearer of the stones dies while using them, the stones are destroyed. Over the centuries, most elf stones have been destroyed or lost to our knowledge.
Yes, my father did have a set of elf stones.
Shay Ohmsford was the last person actually to use elf stones.
Don't the elves use them?
The elves have not used elf stones for centuries. Most elves do not know they ever existed.
Are there other colors of elf stones?
There are several colors. The blue stones that Shay Ohmsford held were seeking stones. The green stones were stones of protection. There was even said to be a black elf stone, but I have been unable to ascertain its abilities.
Where can I find some elf stones?
That is the difficulty. You see, Jack Ohmsford, as far as anyone really knows, your father has the only elf stones in existence.
But Alanon sent us here to find some.
Alanon sent you here? That is most interesting indeed. Then perhaps the rhyme of the rune will aid us.
What's the rhyme of the rune?
That placard on the wall near the fireplace refers to the rune diamonds. They are somehow linked with the elf stones and the rune rock. I will need to do more research to discover the link between them.
Alanon said that we needed to find an elf who knew how to use them.
Very few elves ever had the will to use the elf stones, but the Shannara family had a strong affinity for magic. Shay Ohmsford could use the elf stones because of his Shannara blood.
Will you help us find the elf stones?
I will be honored to help you however I can. There are many ancient books here, and I will look up all available information on the subject. I am certain that the rune rock in the Gardens of Life is somehow tied to your quest.
The rhyme of runes. First is elf, first people, first place, leader of the race. Next is earth, solid ground, stable base, molded clay and rocky place. Third is air, rising spirit, sailing soul, lofty sight with airy gold. Fourth is fire, fiery strength, destroying dark, rising up to blaze the mark. Fifth is water, streaming clean, healing flows, glistening where the water goes. Last is life, living, growing, eternity, entrance to the sacred tree.
What is this supposed to mean?
No one is certain, although many scholarly papers have been written about it. It refers to a series of runes that represent the various magical forces.
Let the rune hunting begin! Water rushes out through a diamond-shaped hole in the fountain. It's clearly not working properly. Let's use her handkerchief to clog it up.
All right for now, but I want my scarf back.
Taylor stuffs her scarf into the hole. Now that the hole is plugged, the water pressure in the central shaft of the fountain is greatly increased. After a few moments, the broken piece shoots out to the top of the shaft, and you pick it up. The fountain piece is a diamond shape and has an elvish rune marked on it. This must be the water rune. Alright, so there we go. There's the water rune. Good to go.
Greetings again, far travelers.
Brindle fills the indentation in the carved stone with wet clay from the fountain. The dwarf cleans out the pot carefully, making sure no trace of the clay remains. The water is falling out. Obviously, it isn't quite the right shape. Make an impression at it. You carefully clean the road dirt away from the flagstone. You can now discern an intricately carved pattern on the stone, like an elvish rune turned inside out. The stone also seems much looser on the ground than before. You press the flagstone against the wet clay and the carved rock. It fits perfectly. Suddenly, sparks fly from the stone and clay. Startled, you pull back your hand. The flagstone falls back onto the road. The clay in the carved stone has hardened into a solid diamond shape, pressed with the surface of the earth rune. You take the earth rune from the carved stone. Alright, good. Now we have earth and water runes. And with that, we'll call it a day with this video. And perhaps start another one some other time. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe the day after. Thanks for watching.